Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I want to discuss what it would take for a reverse split in the Defiance ETFs. We know they've been dropping and dropping, so there's been some questions coming up about whether or not a reverse split is on the horizon. So let's go look again at all three of the Defiance ETFs. And if we judge based on yield max, then $10 would be around the price of a reverse split. Okay, so let's start out with let's look at IWMY, which is their newest one of the three indexes. So if we compare IWMY to its underlying, which is the IWM, the Russell 2000, we're going to see them moving in pretty much opposite directions. So if we look at, so this started like 6 months ago. It started in November. So we're officially 6 months old. So literally IWMY and IWM, you can see the gap. They've moved in opposite directions. Even if we do total return, it'll be a little bit better, but not much. So total return, they're moving in the same direction, but there's still a wide disparity. There's about an 8% difference in terms of total return. So then I would ask again, what's the point? Yeah, you're getting a dividend, but you're underperforming the underlying. So welcome. Welcome. Good to see you both. Okay. All right, so that is IWMY. So if we look at the price, if we go back to price return and we just look at the price, if we go to summary, 6 months. So we started at $20.15. So we've dropped like 25% in this one. So if this drops by the same amount, I would say we're headed for a reverse split. I did ask Sylvia for this, or I asked her about this. She kind of was vague on the answer, but I would think it would be somewhere around like when the fund has lost 50% of its value, or when it's at like $10, because that's where we were with yield max. Okay, so next one, let's look at JEPY. So JEPY versus the SPY. And I spy a wide gap between the two. So in terms of price return, they've moved pretty much in opposite directions again. If we go out 6 months, this one's a little bit older. So this one has been public now since September 19th. So since September 19th, we're down almost 20% in the JEPY. We're up 25% in the S&P. Even if we reinvest the dividends, by the way, this just reminded me, I had a subscriber tell me that there's another site I can use that does the dividend reinvestment calculations a little bit better. But even with the dividends reinvested, we're still way under the S&P 500. So what's the point again? It's like a third, literally a third of the return of the S&P over the same time horizon. So if we go here and we look at JEPY, we're going to have from $20 to 16. So we've lost maybe 20% there. So these all seem to be headed down. I would say give these another 6 months. These could hit $10 and could be on pace for a reverse split. It might be time to sell these, like the SA analysts are saying here. Sell. It might be time to sell, honestly. All right, next ones. Let's look at, last but not least, let's look at the QQQY for the NASDAQ 100, and then we'll look at the Qs. And you know what? Let's have some fun. Let's look at the T triple Qs also. Take out the S&P. So the QQQY has done abysmally, 27% down, while the QQQs 36%. This isn't quite over the same time horizon, but if you look from a year ago, wow, 105% since a year ago, incredible. But the QQQY has just been dropping consistently. If we look over 6 months, they're literally opposite. And opposites don't attract in this case, they repel. In terms of total return, we're up 9.75%, but again, the QQQ is double that. The T triple Qs is up 50%. So if we look in terms of actual price, I can't say appreciation, I would have to say depreciation, QQQY. We are looking at from 20 to 14. So this one's done the worst of the three. So in this case, this was last and least. Even though I said last but not least, it actually was least in terms of total return. Okay, 20, and then yeah, we've lost significantly. Yeah, 27% in this one. So it looks like we may be headed for a reverse split in all three of these. Now what I want to do is go look at a comment that I got yesterday that talked about where I can go look at um, actual uh, dividend return reinvested. So let's see. And leaning forward. Oh, this is another channel. So we'll have to save this for another video then. I think they said it's the Leaning Forward YouTube channel, but they calculate with the dividends reinvested. Leaning forward. Let's do this here. Okay, so I found the channel. Yeah, we'll look at these. We'll look at these in another video. But as far as today's video, that's going to conclude it. I think all of these are headed for a reverse split. If you all agree or disagree, comment in the comment section. Otherwise, we'll see you all in the next one. So like, comment, and subscribe, and join Discord if you haven't already. And we will see you all later, hopefully later today. Take care. Bye. Oh, welcome. It's hello and goodbye. I'm ending it now. You'll have to catch the replay. All right. Ciao, ciao, everyone. Bye.